So recently I watched a lot of people kept telling me that the anime was really good and I should watch it, and I wasn't really gonna watch it. But the real reason I ended up watching it is because my lady makes anime reactions. And as soon as I saw the trailer, I knew it was going to be popular, which would make it like something good for her to react to. Because like the dude turns into three chains or something. Me watching it had nothing to do with the fact that I played some mobile game and they had a collaboration, and then when I saw the cheeks. What the fuck? Nah, I had nothing to do with that.
Cap.
Yeah, it's not to do with the little three characters. What was it? I think the collaboration had Power, Makima, and Himeno, which is some characters from the thing. Whatever. I skipped through the first episode, just skipping through it to find out if she should watch it or not, because I was like double checking for her. And when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be like some normal shonen, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, and it's gonna be popular. But I was only half right. It was popular, but it wasn't a normal shonen at all. From the 3 scenes I saw, I assumed it was gonna be some nice, happy-go-lucky type of anime. But instead, I got something else entirely. Now, the 3 scenes I saw were the dude getting like, what is it? It's like you see the boy, then you see a car drive away from him. I'm like, oh yeah, look, his family's gone, he's alone. Then he finds some pet. He looks at the pet, he helps the pet. I'm like, wow, cool. Then I skip forward and I see him like slaying tons of beasts. I'm like, wow, great, right? It's like Naruto or something. Right? Or not even Naruto, something even happier than that, right? Like just like some happy new isekai styled anime or something. And what actually happens is, I'm not gonna spoil it too heavily. There's just a synopsis for the most part. The boy ends up having to shoulder the debt of his father. And the Yakuza is like, oh yeah, give us the money, or we'll just cut you up and sell the parts for the money. And he's like, well, I'd rather not have that happen. And when he's like on the brink of giving up, whatever, he finds a demon and he sees the demon and he's like, well, I'm done out of the way, so if you need to slap me to get your power back, just go off. So the demon looks at him and they spend their time together after he heals up the demon with his blood, because I guess they drink blood. And the demon helps him take out other demons so that he can bring the demon parts to the Yakuza to pay off the debt. And this entire time that he's doing this, he's living in like the most rundown one-room shack. Just him and his dog eating bread. Just bread. Because they can't afford anything else. And all he ever dreams about is, I wish I could have something that wasn't bread. And maybe someday a girlfriend, right? I wish I could have some food that isn't bread. And that's like pretty much like how the story starts. And then like there are like a whole bunch of twists. Characters get clapped and there's a lot of unconventional things. And it's a lot of fun to watch. And you'll be surprised at a lot of things. A lot of stuff makes you go, how is the anime supposed to continue after this? How did the anime continue after that? And the thing is, the character, he's resilient. And not in an anime protagonist type of way. Just in a dumb, I want what I want kind of way. I just want to be able to eat not bread. And that's like one of the main driving forces. I'd love to touch boob. Like he's just like the most crazy driving force that you've ever seen. The main character is literally he carries the anime. A lot of people, you'll see how they like this character or that character, but it's really all him. He made the show watchable. It was really hard to watch. I hated almost every moment of the anime at first because people like hyped it crazy. So I came in with my expectations high and they did not meet my expectations the way I wanted it to. I was expecting it to easily top my charts because of the praise I was achieving, but it just ended up being like Fight Man. And what I mean by Fight Man is that people die randomly, they live randomly, they have random powers, people's powers are randomly higher than others, right? You never know, like, it's just like, there's no structure to the world, right? It's just straight RNG. Like, why does this person have this power? Why does dude have that power? Why did he just so happen to come across this power? Why is dude outside and then his house blows up? But regardless, it was interesting enough, and it had good points. I'm going to cover a couple of the characters from the anime. Denji, the main character, we talked about him already. We're going to skip over him. Makima is the chick that runs the show, I guess. and she runs like the demon hunting organization or something like that, or helps, or she like runs the task force for it or something, a special task force. She's like sensual and Denji likes her and she's cute and all, but that character is literally, the character's emotionless, right? The character just runs around trying to do whatever it needs to do to get people to do whatever it needs to have done for her, I guess. I don't really know the best way to put it, but she is not an enjoyable character. People are gonna, no one's gonna burn me a stake. I'm just going to see dislikes at the bottom of my video. Because people like that character for whatever reason. Not really likable. Power, another character, not even likable. Literally, no likable traits. Except she likes a cat, right? Like, there are no likable traits on this character. Maybe it changes later, but the thing is, I don't really have a lot of respect for characters because a lot of characters aren't likable, and then Denji does something that makes them likable afterwards, but that means you aren't likable. If someone has to like meet you so that you can become nice, you're not nice, right? You're not actually enjoyable. Yeah. Himeno was likable the entire time, for the entire show. All the way through the season, just a likable character. I like her combat, I like the way she deals with things. She's like sensual but enjoyable, she's funny, she's goofy, she's cute in every way. It's probably, besides Denji, she's probably the most enjoyable character in the anime. Then you have Aki, which is some guy, he's not really likable. He does the same thing as Makima, where he's not likable, and then Denji does something that makes them more likable. And as you get to see his story, you can see why he's not likable. And he becomes more likable, like, it sucks. Right? He sucks. And then there's some dude that teaches them. That teaches Power and Denji at some point during the show while they're trying to focus on their powers or whatever it is. And he's one of my favorite characters too. There's a specific scene, I'm gonna like light spoil it, where when he's training them, they put up a good effort and he's like, wow, you guys put up a really good effort. Good job on you guys, training's done for the day. And he walks off, but he doesn't walk off, he claps them. And that's hilarious. Because he's like, you should always be ready. He's a likable character. He's super likable. He says this thing a lot. The devils aren't afraid of people who have a head on their shoulders. They're more afraid of the people who are like unpredictable and crazy. He just go hard. He's straight. There's actually one more character. I don't know the name of the chick. She's so unlikable at first. One of the least likable characters in anime in a bit. And at least she's realistic. A lot of the characters aren't realistic. More like spoilers. At some point, she tries to turn the boys in because like there's no other way to escape. She's like, oh, I'll just turn the boys in. And everyone looks at her like, what's wrong with you? And I look at her, I'm like, what's wrong with you? Later, something happens. You kind of get to see like what she's about. And there was no reason for her to be going crazy like that. You guys have all seen her from that little scene. There's like a meme where she's like doing this at the bottom of the stairs or something. Yeah, but the character becomes enjoyable. Her fighting style is enjoyable. And while we're talking about it too, anime looks really good. This Mappa Studio, whatever, they make really good looking anime. Probably one of the best animes I've seen to date. I like those guys. It reminds me of like Tacto P. You guys probably don't know what that is. But it's such a really good looking anime. And this one looks so good too. The fight scenes are interesting. I probably said that earlier too. And to talk about like the demons a little bit, every single demon was interesting. There was not a single demon that was like, what's this for? Every single demon was interesting. The anime had other stuff that was like unique to it, or not really unique, but stuff that it did right. Every anime's ending was different. With a different ending, a different song, different theme. It was really cool. I didn't like any of the songs, but it was really cool that they even did that, you know? Because you can tell when people care. And that's the thing that made it so that I didn't hate the anime and I would recommend it 100. First off, even if I didn't like it, I'd still recommend it. Because I know what people like. People like that. That was one of the things that made it likable. A lot of things that make the whole anime as a whole, even though all I do is spend like the last 5 minutes complaining, what makes it likable is that you can tell that the creators care. I'm glad to have had that experience added on and that I know what that story's like, and I can't wait to see the next season and see the way that things are handled. And hopefully I don't lose my cool and go swimming through the manga, because that's usually what happens. I'm sure the most important part that people are thinking to themselves is, should I watch Chainsaw Man? Yes. I rate it 5 out of 5 smiling black guys.
What?
Right? 5 out of 5 nice and lows. Yeah, 5 out of 5 of that. Nothing will make me happier than for you guys to be like, hey, I liked that anime because of this and that in the comment section. Or I didn't like the anime because of this or that in the section. And the only thing that could make me happier than that, even though I said nothing could make me happier, is if you hit that subscribe button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think if this video gets like 100 views or something, then I'll go back and I'll make like an in-depth video on a couple of the characters that I really liked. Maybe I'll do like my favorite characters from Chainsaw Man or whatever it is, and I'll just talk about them. But other than that, I will see you guys soon. I should have used the Chainsaw Man background.